The real difference between you and them probably is the fact that they didn't give up. They were there like last year, they were still like building up 2 years ago. They maybe just started 3 years ago. And this year they exploded, but like they never give up. Because God isn't building fast; He's building to last. God is not a microwave. Like we think always are like microwave. We want to put our food in and 30 seconds there. God is more like a crock pot. You're behind according to who? Who told you that you are behind? Who is this person? Like Instagram, society? Scrolling through social media makes you feel like you're losing, but what if you're not late? You are right on God's timeline. You're not behind in life, you're just under construction. Hello everyone, I'm Giuseppe and I'm the founder of Like Marketing, the podcast where you are now. And in this podcast, I try to speak about the different aspect of marketing and especially in business. Today, I want to actually touch a specific point that's like the comparison trap. A lot of people, when they go online or they go on social medias and everything, they tend to see all these successful people. They do great content. They have millions of views, and they ask themselves how they did that. Like I've been here struggling for 5 years, 10 years. If you are the type of person that like go to Instagram and each time get mad or get frustrated because like see all these people with success and yourself you've been working for years and you haven't seen nothing yet, I'm telling you, you're not alone. That's something that everyone goes through. Even these people that you see super successful, a lot of time like you didn't know them when they were struggling like you. That's the point. It's like majority of them, they had hard time exactly like you. They were looking at other people on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, exactly like you. And they were thinking about like, when is going to be my time? And finally they exploded. They became viral. Now you see them and now you're like in their position. Like now you're the person thinking, when I'm going to be there. The real difference between you and them probably is the fact that they didn't give up. They were there like last year, they were still like building up 2 years ago. They maybe just started 3 years ago. And this year they exploded, but like they never gave up. That what made the difference. It's like they would keep going, kept working hard, and that's what make really the difference at the end of the day. It's not that you are not ready or that you are better. No, you're right. That you cannot make it or you never will put or you never be called to have that type of wealth. It's more the fact that like you haven't put the work yet. You are not prepared yet. You're not built enough yet. You know, like this building has not the right foundation. Is still in construction. That's what you are now. That's why no one is really looking at you. And the moment you will be finished, like the moment God will finish working on you, that's what you will be showing off. You will be big. You will be beautiful. But like you have to allow God to work in you. And if you give up in the middle of work, you will look like a building that's been left behind. Have you ever seen in construction? Sometimes like you see the state will start or the city will start some work and then they just leave it there because maybe they don't have any more money, funding and everything. And they're like, oh, we just leave it there. And you drive by and you're like, this thing's so ugly. You never finish it. That's how it is when you stop. It's like you have start to build a building. Maybe it's like a really beautiful hotel, a luxury hotel and everything. But like, because you stop behind, no one can see that yet. You stop like at what point no one can see that there's a luxury hotel, and what they see is just like naked concrete and doesn't look good at all, and anything is ugly. That's what we do when we stop. That's what we do when we allowed ourselves to compare us with other people. And comparison is not always bad. Let me be honest and also transparent because like actually I also do the same. I see people on Instagram. I compare myself. I see how successful are, but like sometimes it's frustrating. But at the same time, it also a lot of time helps me pushing through or help me decide I need to keep going. You know, because I say, okay, he made it. He made it. I can make it. He made it, I can make it. He made it, I can make it. And that's year after year. You just keep going and never stop. But at the same time, comparison can also like blind you from seeing how far you have gone from last year. And that's what happened to me too. Like I was not seeing how much God has done in the last 3 years, like with my business and everything. And it's like with my family, we started with nothing. We had nothing. And look where we are now. I'm pretty successful with my business. I'm really happy. I haven't arrived yet, 100%. I want to more. I want to big more. I want to grow more. But like at the same time, I'm not where I was 3 years ago. I'm much more. Yeah, I reached really hard other level. Like I have things that I could not buy 3 years ago, and that's the things that comparison or but social media destroys. So like the celebration of like small success, because like big success they don't come all together. Big success is just like an accumulation of small success. When you put a lot of small success together, sooner or later it's gonna be big. It's gonna look big from outside, from other people. But in reality, for you as a person that is building things up or is doing things, it's all it looks like it's like just small things, more success that they are coming together like a pyramid, one after another until you see the full pyramids. Like the pyramids, if you look at the first level when they put the stone together, it look like before the finishing where they would put in stones, it just looked like stones. Then you look like, okay, now we have a line. Now we have two lines. Like it took years before they could finally have a pyramid, right? Before then, it never looked like finished. And now we go there, we're like, this is beautiful. But like the pyramid is made of group of stones. It's just like a massive amount of stones. That's how your success is. Your success is not made of like one giant day that you wake up and now you are like successful. No, it's made of small wins, small goals achieved, most goals that you achieved. That all together now they look like a pyramid. They look like a big success where other people's gonna. And one day you're gonna be there where people are gonna be looking at you and be comparing themselves with you and be like, I want to be like this guy and I want to have his overnight success. And then you can tell them like, hey man, it was not overnight. I was where you were. I was struggling. I was thinking I would never make there, or I want to be like them. But in reality, I had to work hard for 5, 10 years, and for that, like you can even, like I write. If you have been to this channel, I like to use a lot of Bible in my teaching. And for example, like Ecclesiastic 3:11 says, "He has made everything beautiful in its time." Not your time, his time. God will make everything beautiful and amazing in his time. Philippians 1:6 say, he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. God doesn't abandon blueprints. Like God carries everything. Like as long you stay on the job, he's never gonna abandon you. He's gonna push you forward and make sure you get where you want to get. But at the end of the day, the majority of the time, what happened in a Christian world, not Christian and Christian world, is that people give up before God gives up. Because God doesn't give up. It's people most of the time they curse themselves. They say, I will never do it. I will never make it. It's impossible. And I'm here recording this video to tell you, no, it's not impossible. It just takes time and you have to, yeah, there is some hard time and some days it's like, I don't want even to wake up while I'm doing this, but you have to go. Yeah, that's the game. It's like, you're going to make it there. You're going to reach there. I mean, look at, like, I always use this example with my clients. It's like Colonel Sanders, right? KFC phase. He didn't happen until he was 60. His story is crazy. Like he was really struggling. Like he never made really money. He went from job to job. He had a hard time, and in 60 he found the recipe. Like before 60, he found a recipe of his, I think it was his grandma, and he made it and started to sell this fried chicken. And then he became like, in old age, he became millionaire, billionaire. Too late. Yeah, probably was for him. No, it was perfect timing. I mean, I haven't spoke with him, but like I'm pretty sure he was happy. Better late than never. And that's what sometimes older people learn. It's like when we are younger, like my age, probably some of you that are looking, is that we tend to want to see everything fast because also we are fast. Like everything feels faster for us. But when you speak with, for them, I speak with my grandpa and everything. For them, everything gets slowed down, and I think it comes up some with experience. Wisdom is like they are not rushing the time anymore at that point. They're actually enjoying every day. And then I think we should actually start to enjoy every day today because we have more energy than when we are 80, you know, because we don't have the same energy. And then only then we start to enjoy the day where now we are rushing through the day because we want to achieve our goal. But then like we don't enjoy what today is here to give us, what we have. Another example, actually, this from the Bible. Think Moses. Moses was 80 years old when he got called in the wilderness. Like the wilderness year for him was a training, not punishment. A lot of people they take it as a punishment because he made a wrong choice. No, it was a training. He needed to be trained. He needed to be a shepherd. Like he was carrying a sheep. He was a shepherd, and that's what God was looking for. He was looking for a shepherd for his sheep, for the Jewish. And then, like another example, Oprah, right? She was fired from TV at 23, and now she owns her own network. Like she, maybe not in the last years, but like for years, like every time she said something, or like she said, like, "Oh, this is a good book or a good thing," like everyone would like she would move masses through her speech, or like by saying something that she liked. And that's the thing. It's like she didn't happen to the actually she got fired. For sure was a setback for her, but like not enough for her to stop believing in herself and going and keep doing what need to be done. She never stopped like pushing, and that's the goal. In fact, like also Galatians 6:9 reminds us, let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest. There is a harvest date on your obedience. It's not that there is nothing, like you're not doing this for no one or for nothing. Like God is gonna make sure that you're gonna get repaid. But let us not grow weary. Why would Paul say that if it's not something that easy happen? Because yeah, it is like 80% of the people that they start something, they actually get weary and they leave. Only 20% of the people keep going. That's why there is the rule 80 or 8 10 10. But like 20, the general one is like most of the time 20% of the people has like 80% of the wealth in this world. But why of that is mostly because this 20% of people are also only the one that they are not getting weary. They don't grow weary of doing good or doing what they feel called about, where like the other 80% of people are the one that grow weary and they ended up just set for a paycheck, or they jump from one project to another. That's another big problem. Like if you want to get somewhere and you want to become big, like any of this person you ask and you read their story, they never move from one project to another. They stuck with one idea even if it was not going well. Like Starbucks, they didn't make money for 3 years. They stuck with like he was keep doing Starbucks. He didn't move. Like now everyone's like, oh, this Starbucks. Sorry, the founder of Starbucks also full of money. Like such a lucky life. He was blessed by this brand. He wasn't blessed by no brand. It's like the brand at that time was no one knew it. Like yeah, they were making some money. Like he was not making anything for 3 years. Like they only used investors to make money. Like what are you talking about? Like, would you do that? Like if I put you on, I give you today a brand and I tell you like, hey, for 3 years you need to build it, and you will not make money from it. I want to see if you're gonna do it. Like losing money every day, like not paying enough, and but keep pushing wisdom. Keep thinking about how I can build. Because that's the thing. He not was just sitting on the couch, be like, oh, I'm losing money, and one day there's a miracle. No, he was pushing every time. He was opening more Starbucks every year with the idea like if I keep open, the time is gonna come. And the main points anyway for me today is for you to remember is progress is not always visible. You are not growing. You are growing often in the dark, like seeds before the sprout. Like, seeds in the ground, they're growing already, but majority of the time you don't know that until you see the plant popping out. But like before the plant popping out, there is like roots that have gone out. There is so many things that have gone happen there, and that's what the same with your life, with your project that God has given you. Like you're growing in the dark often. And one, it can be out lonely. Yes, 100%. That's why I push my clients to find people, to find groups, to find business group where they can find other people like them, like this. They can support each other, but like try to not find people that they're like pessimists. Try to find a group of people that they might have even be in front of you, or they have just gone through that dark time and now finally they see some visibility, because that's they're gonna support you. Because some other business group have been like they are pretty depressive sometimes, because everyone is struggling. Then another point that I want you to remember is God isn't building fast; He's building to last. God is not a microwave. Like we think always are like microwave. We want to put our food in and 30 seconds together. God is more like a crock pot. You have heard that many times, and that sometimes it's like a pressure instant pot with like is a pressure cooker, because like, oh, he's gonna like, that's the thing. Let me just say, like, either you do a crock pot and means like it's gonna spend like more years with you, like 5 6 years 7 years. If you want in 2 years, it's gonna be using a pressure cooker. But like pressure cooker means you're gonna be pressurized, and it's gonna make you cry a few times, honestly. But that's the thing. I mean, Diamond also made them under pressure. But there is that option. If you want to go a bit faster, you can tell God, and He's not gonna give you more that you can handle, but doesn't mean He's not gonna make you cry. Like, I mean, when you ask for pressure, you're gonna get the pressure, and you need to be ready for that. Like you ask for it, you take it. If you don't want that, then just be honest with God, and it's like just accept the years. Do longer years, wait for more, right? And then like the last point that I want you to focus on is like you're behind according to who? Who told you that you are behind? Who is this person? Like Instagram, society, maybe like you should actually listen to the God who authored your path, the God that made you. Maybe you should speak with Him instead to just speak with people from Instagram and society. Some people in society that tell you're late, they don't have made nothing in their life. Like they work a 9 to 5 jobs, and they tell you like, oh, you are like taking you so long. What is taking you so long to get there? You told you were doing that. It's people they don't even have the courage to leave their job but to do something. It's like, and it's fine. 9 to 5 jobs are important, but like that's where I'm saying, like, don't listen to these people. Like, why go to speak to some billionaires and ask them like, hey, how did you got there? What made you get there? Like how long it take? And then they tell you like, yeah, I was in the garage for 10 years before I finally became visible. And then you understand the difference, how it works, right? And I want to leave you with one call to action specific for you today. Is like, if you have been feeling like you missed it, hear this. God's timeline is still active. He hasn't left yet. You haven't been disqualified. You have been designed for something greater. Just keep going. Don't give up. And if you need help, I'm here. You can contact me. You have my phone number inside the description. I'm always open to message with people, to help people out, to, if you're local, to meet with coffee. But like, don't give up. Like the next steps, the next success for you is around the corner. And again, valleys and time of building come with season. Means like, pretty much for me, twice a year, I have this time. I have right now a time where I'm building by God, but I know that it's going to last for a moment and soon it's going to be gone, and I'm going to be awesome. And then again, time for the next things. But each time you reach a new level, right? You make more, you reach more people, you do better things for the world and for the people around. I want to thank you for listening to me today. I want you to ask you to subscribe, to leave a comment, and to put a like. And I'm excited to see you for the next episode. Have a great